Welcome back, everyone, and this is going to be a little help video for you all to start on your architectural drawing here. First thing I want to do is File, New, and Advanced Setup using my wizard. I want to use Architectural, Decimal, East, Counterclockwise, and then we'll set up my limits. This is 45 foot 3. And this is 33 foot 3. So let's just do a 50 and put your little foot sign there, and 50 foot and finish. So we're ready to draw now. So our start point is going to be here, and it doesn't matter how we go around this thing. Probably let's go up and around it like this. I think it might be a little easier. Okay. So again, I'm going to hit line 0, 0. So I'm ready, and if you got your mouse again, make sure you got a wheel on it because it makes things so much easier to use. You can pan back and forth by rolling it, you can smash it, you can pan, zoom. I mean, it is so handy to have that as opposed to trying to do it on like a laptop mouse pad or something. I mean, it's really hard to do. It'll increase your efficiency so much if you've got a mouse that's got the wheel. But anyhow, let's go ahead and let's get this first part of this thing in. And we're going up, and in X we're not moving side to side, so that it would be 0 our first move, comma, and we're going up vertically 18 foot dash 8 inches. Do y'all see how I just wrote that? Enter. It does go up there like that. Now if you pan your wheel and it doesn't go all the way, hit escape. It gets you out of the command. You got the line still there. Hit Z for zoom, enter, and A for all shows all your limits. Okay? If you hit zoom, enter E, extent, it goes to the drawing or the object you just drawed. Okay? So very good to know that. But also now I want to go and put my line back up on this point right there. So you hit line, and I could give it a start point and type it in absolute value, but you can also down here in your status bar, always remember that if you've got that object snap turned on and this little fly out here with the endpoint checked, that would be an endpoint. With that turned on, you can come down here and see how it does that. Now if you don't have that turned on, I can go in here and check this out. I can go in there and it looks just like I've got on the endpoint there, and you can see as I zoom in I'm way off. You've always got to make sure you give it an absolute value on that endpoint, or like I always use and industry uses, use your object snaps. It's so fast, just click on it and you got it. Okay, so our next move, we're going to come over 14 foot 3 in X, so 14 foot dash 3 inches, comma, and our height is 18 foot 8. And that's how high we were from the 0 of Y up to there. So now we're ready to get this portion right here in. And our X didn't move, so it will be 14 foot dash 3 inches, comma, but our Y is going up to here, so it would be 18 foot 8 plus 14 foot 7. So ultimately, you add those up, it's going to be 33 foot 3. Okay? So on this next move, we've already got the X, we just got to put 33 foot dash 3 inches. Boom. Now I got to find this little point because we're coming from here over here. So again, 14 foot, we're coming off of X, 14 foot 3 plus 5 is going to be 19 foot dash 3 inches, comma, and our Y did not change. It's still going to be 33 foot dash 3 inches on that one. Now we're going to go up 2 foot. Alright, so X doesn't change here. It's 19 foot dash 3 inches, comma, we're going up 2 foot in Y, so it'll be 35 foot dash 3 inches. Now I'm shooting across here 6 foot this way, so on top of that 19 foot 3 inches, we've got to add 6. So that would be 25 foot dash 3 inches, comma, we did not move Y, so it's 35 foot dash 3 inches. Now I want to come back down 2 foot. So again, 25 foot dash 3 inches, comma, and our Y is coming down to 33 foot dash 3 inches. Then I want to shoot on across here, and I could add all this up, but the overall length of this is 45 foot 3, so it is 45 foot dash 3 inches. From X all the way to here is 45 foot 3 inches, comma, and my Y is 33 foot dash 3 inches, and you get that. So that's where at this point right here. So it's from all the way over here and from all the way in Y all the way up to this point. So that would be, boom. Coming down, our X would be the same, 45 foot dash 3 inches, because from here to here, this is the point we're after, is 45 foot 3 inches in X, comma, but guess what? We're not moving in Y. So Y is 0. And then we're just shooting it back to home. What is home? 0, comma, 0. Just like that, you've got it put in there. And you'll notice too, if you go up here and hit your dimensions and put those in, they're going to be very, very small, because if you zoom in here, you got to think that that dimension is 1/8 of an inch compared to 45 foot 3 inch line. Okay, so we've got to use a scale, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. Don't worry about, we're going to get more into this, but if you come down here to your annotative scale, do 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. That's standard in most scales and homes. And if you go up here now to annotate, and this is not required of you, but it's a good way to check your dimensions. But come up here into dimension styles by clicking that. Well, you're in annotation, in the dimensions box, check on this. Hit go to annotative. Alright. And this is what we want to use. Modify, I'm just going to make sure primary units, make sure that you're using architectural, and OK, and that's all you need to do. For right now it's fine, but the main thing is make sure instead of standard up here, the style we're using annotative, and that's set. So I delete that off. Now when I do a dimension, I catch that endpoint to that endpoint with that snap-on down here. See how they're scaling to the right size. Now if you hit spacebar, it will continue to, it'll repeat your command. Whatever you're doing in AutoCAD, it's really nice. So that's a good way to go through. And if you don't have the right dimension on it, just zoom in and make sure that that extension line is exactly hitting that endpoint, because sometimes it'll say you're off, but really you didn't have that dimension set on that exact point. Okay, so if you guys have any question at all, just let me know.